Well, hello and welcome to another episode of How Far Can It Go? A series in which I take some less competitive Yu-Gi-Oh decks and see just how far up the Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel ranked ladder I can go with them. In this episode I'll be playing what's probably my favorite deck to OTK people with, that being Lyrilusc. Because there's just something about pecking your opponent to death with small birds that really appeals to me. And since my goal here is to OTK people, this is a going second build. It has some going first place, but it's better optimized for going second and OTKing your opponent with Lyrilusc assembled Nightingale. For those of you who don't know, Lyrilusc are an XE centered deck that focuses around level and rank 1 winged beast monsters. All of their XE's monsters require 2 or more level 1 monsters, but since they can swarm the field pretty easily, you can end up with XE's monsters with 5 or more materials without much trouble. They've seen some play recently as an engine in Tri-Brigade decks, but I find it way more fun to play them by themselves. So with that being said, let's get to the deck profile. Of course I'm maxing out on all the Lyrilusc main deck monsters, so I'm playing 2 Cobalt Sparrows because I can only play 2, 3 Sapphire Swallow, 3 Turquoise Warbler, 3 Baron Canary, and 3 Celestine Wagtail. Cobalt Sparrow has the effect that if it's special summoned, you can add 1 level 1 winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. It's a great searcher from the deck, helping you to extend your plays, and it's pretty easy to special summon it in this deck, so the restriction is not really that restricting. And also a winged Xyz monster that will special summon using this card on the field cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects, which is a great form of protection for their Xyz monsters. Next, Sapphire Swallow's effect says, if you control a winged beast monster, you can special summon both this card and 1 level 1 winged beast monster from your hand. It's a hard once per turn, and it's a great way to trigger Cobalt Sparrow's effect, and it only requires you to have a winged beast monster on your field. Also, a winged Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field gains this effect. If it is Xyz summoned, you can target 1 Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard and attach it to this card as an Xyz material, which does wonders for the assembled Nightingale's OTK potential. Also, if you get multiple Swallows on the field and use them all to XE summon, you can use that effect multiple times. Next is Turquoise Warbler, who says, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if it's special summoned from the hand, you can special summon a Lyrilusc monster from your hand or graveyard. The second effect is a hard once per turn, but the first one isn't. And it's another great way to trigger the effects of Lyrilusc monsters that activate on special summon. And it's also the first monster in the archetype that doesn't give additional effects to an Xyz monster that uses it as material. Next up is Baron Canary, which says if this card is in your hand, you can target 1 Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard, special summon both this card and the card you targeted, but it locks you to Xyz summoning for the rest of the turn. It's a hard once per turn, and it's a great way to swarm the field, and since it doesn't negate the effects of the monster you special summon with it, it can also trigger the special summon effects of your other Lyriluscs. And a winged Xyz monster that uses it as material on the field gains the following effect. It gains 200 attack, and its control cannot switch. Pretty interesting effect. I'm not sure how useful it is because it never came up for me, but who knows, maybe it'll become relevant later. And finally, Celestine Wagtail says, if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Lyrilusc spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Also, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 Lyrilusc Xyz monster you control and attach this card to it as material. And both of those effects are hard once per turn. And they are pretty great. Lyrilusc have some good spells and traps, one of them in particular, so being able to search them is pretty good. And the second effect is pretty useful in a grind game, where you can just keep detaching and reattaching it to one of your Xyz monster over and over again. And for the final level 1 winged beast monster, I played 3 Slower Swallow, which is a free special summon from your hand if there are 2 or more monsters with the same level on the field. That also includes your opponent's field, by the way. It can only be special summoned once per turn this way, and it has another effect that says, you can tribute this card, the next draw phase you draw 2 cards instead of 1. Which actually comes in handy a lot more than I thought it would. And for the final level 1 monster, I play a Performapunk Trump Witch. She serves 2 purposes. The first is to, if able, fusion summon the Lyrilusc fusion monster Lyrilusc Independent Nightingale. More on her later, but since I'm locked into XE summoning most of the time, this doesn't really come up that often. But when it does, oh boy is it fun. and the other purpose is to use it as an XYZ material if I have a normal summon to waste, and most of the time I do. So it's not completely dead if you draw it and you're locked into XYZ summoning. And the final monster is one Gamma Sealing the Sea Turtle Kaiju, in case there are some problematic monsters you need to get rid of from your opponent's side of the field. For the spells I play one Raigeki, one Harpy's Feather Duster, one Monster Reborn, one 1/1 and one Lightning Storm, as the power 1-off cards. Raigeki, Feather Duster and Lightning Storm to get rid of anything your opponent has that might disrupt your plays, and Monster Reborn and 1/1 to extend your own plays. Next I play 3 Lyrilusc Bird Call, which is basically a Rhoda, Foolish Burial and Emergency Teleport for the archetype combined into one card. It says take one Lyrilusc monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard, and then you can special summon a Lyrilusc monster with a different name from your hand, so it pretty much does everything. And of course it's a hard once per turn, because if it wasn't, oh boy. Next is 3 Wing Requital, which is basically Pot of Greed in the deck. It lets you draw 2 cards if all the monsters you control are winged beast and you control at least 2 of them with different names. It also requires a payment of 600 life points and it's a hard once per turn, but it's pretty easy to pull off and it's always nice to draw 2 extra cards. Next is 1 Power of the Guardians, an equipped card that places 1 spell counter on itself each time your equipped monster attacks, and for each spell counter on it, the equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense. And if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can remove 1 spell counter from this card instead. It's another good protection card, and it enables you to OTK with an assembled Nightingale that has only 4 materials under it. But unfortunately I couldn't make room for more than 1. Next is 1 Lyrilusc Bird Sanctuary. It's a continuous spell that says you can target 2 winged beast XYZ monsters you control, attach one of those monsters to the other as material, and transfer all of its XYZ material as well. And if you control an XYZ monster with 3 or more material, you can once per turn draw 1 card. It's another draw card whose requirement is pretty easy to meet, and also another OTK enabler for Assembled Nightingale. And since it is searchable, I don't feel the need to play any more than 1. Next is 3 Swallow's Nest. It lets you tribute one of your winged beast monsters and special summon a winged beast monster from your deck that has the same level as the tributed monster. And since pretty much all the monsters I am playing are level 1 winged beast monsters, this card is rarely ever dead in the hand. And it doesn't negate the effect of the monster you summon, so it can also trigger all of the special summon effects. And finally for the spells 2 Called by the Grave, because hand traps. And for the traps I play 3 Infinite Impermanence. Since this is a going second build, this is a great form of interruption on your opponent's first turn. And for the extra deck, for some 1 of rank 1s I play number 54 Lionheart, number 13 Embodiment of Crime, number 31 Embodiment of Punishment, and number F0 Utopic Future. They are all pretty situational, so most of the time I don't even go into them. But they are here just in case I would need them, since I had the space for them. And for the same reason I also play 1 Great Fly. And now for the Lyrilusc monsters. I play one of the Lyrilusc Fusion Independent Nightingale, which is unaffected by other cards' effects. The materials required to make it are Lyrilusc Assembled Nightingale and 1 Lyrilusc monster. And if this card is fusion summoned using an XYZ monster on the field whose original name contains Lyrilusc as fusion material, you can increase this card's level by the number of XYZ material that monster or monsters had. It also gains attack equal to its level times 500, and once per turn you can burn your opponent's life points equal to this card's level times 500. So if you somehow missed lethal with Assembled Nightingale and have the ability to go into this card, it's the funniest way to finish off your opponent when they think they have you now. At least for me. Next is 2 Lyrilusc Promenade Thrush. It requires 2 or more level 1 monsters, and it gains 500 attack for each material attached to it. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls and shuffle it into the deck. And at the start of the damage step, if another monster you control battles, you can detach any number of materials from this card and the battling monster gains 300 attack for each material you detached, and that lasts until the end of the turn. This is probably the worst Lyrilusc extra deck monster. Removing spells and traps isn't really that relevant in this day and age. And while the attack boost can be useful sometimes, I'm pretty much always better off using the materials for this card for something else. Like for example Lyrilusc Recital Starling, which I play 2 of. It also requires 2 or more level 1 monsters, and if it is XYZ summon, you can target one card on the field. It gains 300 attack and defense for each material under this card. Also, once per turn you can detach one material from this card and search a level 1 winged beast monster from your deck. And any battle damage you take in battles involving this card also gets inflicted to your opponent. It's another great searcher for the deck, allowing you to extend your plays, and you can also pump up your opponent's monster and then crash into it with this card to get some big damage in, both for you and your opponent. But if you do that, it probably means you're finishing off your opponent with that attack. Next is 2 copies of Lyrilusc and some Blue Robin. It again requires 2 or more level 1 monsters, and it gains 500 attack for each material under it. And if your opponent special summon a monster or monsters except during the damage step, you can detach one material from this card, then target one of those monsters and return them to the hand, which is a great form of disruption for decks that require special summoning a specific monster. And it's not once per turn, so you can do it multiple times in a turn. So your best option when going first is to make this card and make it as protected as possible. And also, if this card in your possession is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So if your opponent does out her somehow, it can recur you an important resource so you can make a comeback the next turn. And finally, for the star of the deck, I played 3 Lyrilusc Assembled Nightingale. It requires 2 or more level 1 monsters, gains 200 attack for each material under it, can attack your opponent directly, and it can attack once for each material under it. And it also has a quick effect that says you can detach one material from this card. Until the end of this turn, Lyrilusc monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And also, you take no battle damage. So the goal of this deck is to basically make this card with as many materials as possible. Preferably using a Cobalt Sparrow on the field as material so that it cannot be targeted. And if it will be somehow destroyed, you can always use its effect to detach a material and it cannot be destroyed until the end of the turn. And then you just attack your opponent a bunch of times and preferably OTK them. But if they somehow survive, if they cannot get over all the protection you have, they are pretty much dead on your next turn. And like I said, there's just something satisfying about pecking your opponent multiple times with this card that was made using little bird monsters. That always gets a smile on my face. So yeah, that's the deck, and now let's see it in action. And as always, I'll stop when I either reach diamond rank or I drop a rank. Okay, first game, let's see how it goes. Nice, I won the coin toss, of course I'm going second. The hand is not really the best, but who knows, maybe the 6th card will make it better. A tanky, eh? Oh, Tri-Brigade. Is he also playing Lyrilusc? Nope, looks like he's on Scarecrows instead. Wow, not gonna lie, that's a cool animation. Phew, 3 back row to deal with. Hope it's nothing too devastating. Come on, give me a good draw. I guess it can be useful. Well, first of all, let's kaiju his big monster. Let's start by special summoning Warbler. Wait, did he just imperm a Warbler that didn't activate its effect? Well, that's one less back row for me to worry about. And let's get this bird on the field so I can use my pot of green. Wow, that's one of the draws of all time. Let's go to Recital Starling to, if nothing else, get Warbler in the graveyard to special summon it with Canary. Oh sweet, the search is also going through. Gonna grab Sparrow for next turn. Oh hey, he has Nerval in the grave, and it's a level 1 monster, so I guess I can use the Monster Reborn after all. And it's finally time to make Assembled Nightingale. And let's get in for some damage. Oh, he did have a revolt. Lucky for me, he can summon Shurake now, because he has only 3 zones left. And I guess I won't attack with Starling since I can't kill him this turn. Huh, he said a pot. Yeah, I may as well use Nightingale's effect to protect my monsters, and also my life points from battle damage. Ah, there's the Shurake. And of course he's banishing Nightingale. Now let's see if he'll attack Starling. Holy shit, he will. I guess someone wasn't reading. Yeah, take that 3000. Oh cool, I can go into independent Nightingale. But nah, I'll just go to battle and attack my kaiju. And we both take damage, but it's not enough to kill me. But it's more than enough to kill him. Yep, good first round. Okay, first rank up game. Let's see if I can make it on my first try. Whew, this hand does everything. Oh, it's Arrow Mages. Damn, I hope he doesn't get too many life points. Huh, only 9000. Yeah, that's manageable. Whew, and a bird comb off the top. Damn, this can't be any better. First let's get rid of his monsters. Okay, and let's search for a Sparrow. And then special summon Turquoise Warbler. And with its effect special summon the Sparrow. Search some more. Special summon some more. Search some more again. And go into Recital Starling to search yet more cards. And let's get that Sparrow back so I can make another untargetable monster. This is just the easiest 5 material assembled Nightingale I've ever made. And I didn't even use a normal summon. But since 5 materials are not quite enough, let's make it 7 materials. And yeah, that should be enough. And it looks like my opponent agrees. Yeah, already another rank up game. Nice. Whew, this is also a great hand. Well, looks like my opponent wasn't that lucky. I'm truly sorry for what I'm about to do to this man, but not really. Ooh, power of the Guardians, eh? This is gonna be even more spicy now. While we're at it, let's make it a 7 material Nightingale. And finally, let's equip Power of the Guardians and see those numbers go up. Wow, those rank up games are coming real fast. Well, those are all great spells, but it would be nice if I had a monster among them. Yo, it's the best deck ever!
Let's go!
Huh, kinda expected more from Pendulum. Whew, that's a good top deck. Well, I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird.
Okay, I'm off to Gold, which is where the real challenge begins. Well, I'm finally playing against a good deck. Interesting, not going for Baron. Yeah, I can deal with this board. Alright, he can protect himself. Well, at least now I don't have to worry about him banishing my stuff. And yeah, this should be enough for game. Okay, let's see if this gold rank up game will be tougher. Yo, dude just passed. And no interruption whatsoever. Wow, and to put salt on the wound I drew Power of the Guardians. Well, looks like he'll have to keep testing his deck. Ooh, is this an Egyptian god deck? Well, there's the god slime. And now all the royal guards are here. Ooh, okay, here it comes. Sphere mode. Oh, he had Slifer in hand. Nice. Okay, time to see if my little birds can stand up to a god. Alright, this has a second effect. What is it again? Oh, yeah, that could be bad. Let's just kaiju it. And now that the mighty god is gone, my birds can just peck him to death. Ooh, I just realized I can go into Independent Nightingale, so let's do that. Okay, let's gain some levels. And now to burn my opponent for his last life points. I'm glad I managed to pull this off at least once. Well, I win this one and I'll make it farther than with the last deck I featured in this series. So let's do this. Oh, it's a 60 card paleo deck. This could be interesting. Ah, damn it. Looks like I won't be able to OTK him. Well, in that case, let's make on some Blue Robin and assemble Nightingale for protection. Well, I guess this is worth returning to the hand. Ah shit, I just read the first line of text. These things are unaffected by monster effects. Damn. Ah shit, I don't think I can out this. Well, I guess this is it for me. Wait, what? Well, a win's a win. Alright, sprites are now in the game. Well, let's see if I can beat the new best deck. Well, I don't really know if it's good in Master Duel, but I presume it's pretty strong. Okay, so that's a spell negate and a bounce with unicorn, I presume I have to deal with. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Right, of course he has Ash. And Effect Whaler, come on. Well, at least I can remove the target for Whaler. And yeah, of course he's negating that. Let's search another bird Kong for next turn. I don't think he can kill me by then. Let's try drawing some cards. Hey, that's pretty good. And let's see if we can bait the unicorn. Yep, here it comes. Well, at least I can now get rid of his back row and hope he doesn't top deck anything. Okay, I'm still in the game. Ah, of course he top decked just the thing that stops me. Well, I guess I'll just pass. Ooh, a set card. Hoping it's nothing too bad. Well, at least it's nothing that can stop Bird Call. Oh, a Call by the Grave. Ah, damn it, that means one less material for my assembled Nightingale. Well, I should still be able to do it. Let's use Nightingale just in case so I don't take the damage. Well, first encounter with sprites wasn't so bad. Ooh, I win this one and I'll be moving on to the top of Gold rank. No pressure. Aw man, it's Trap Tricks and I don't have a back row removal card. Come on, Feather Duster of the top. Oh. Well, let's give it a shot. Well, that didn't work. And there's even more stuff to worry about now. Well, let's try again. Ah, come on. Come on, give me something good. Well, could be worse. Are you fucking serious? Come on, dude, just let me play. Well, I guess 2 material assembled Nightingale with Power of the Guardians equipped will have to be enough. Wow, don't tell me it really is gonna be enough. Woo, yeah! Man, I love Power of the Guardians. Okay, I reached Gold 1, now let's see if I can go to Platinum. Oh, I'm going first this time. Well, in that case, I guess I'll just set up an assembled Nightingale and an Ensemble Blue Robin, and hopefully it will be enough. Wait, this guy plays a back row deck but he made me go first? Oh great, it's True Draco. Well, I guess the Ensemble Blue Robin is useless now. Ah, fucking skill drain. I hate this card. The worst thing is I have a way to out it, but I must have no face-up card in order to use it. So I guess I'll just have to wait for him to clear my board.
6.5 hours later.
Huh, he tributed using skill drain? That probably means he has another one. Ugh, finally. Now I can get rid of his back row. Ah, there really was another one. Good thing it's gone now. And now I can finally play. Let's bait out the Dynamite Knight first, to see if I'll have to worry about anything else. Nope, doesn't look like it. Ah, that was satisfying. Okay, this is it. I win this and I'm off to Platinum. Something I haven't achieved in this series since Madonche. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. Ah man, he's making me go first. Ah shit, it's Psy frames. Well, hope this will be enough for now. Battle phase. Seriously? He's using evenly matched on this board? Chaos cards as well, eh? Well, this doesn't seem so bad. Okay, the Raigeki goes through, but let's try baiting out the Gamma with Nightingale. Wow, can't believe he fell for that. Oh, Monster Reborn is also okay, that's good. And this should be enough. Oh yeah, off to Platinum, baby. Unicorn, eh? Man, I wish I could see his face when he realizes he can't target any of my monsters. Ah, there it is. There's the pause right before the realization hits in. And now he has to spin his own card. Wow, he's really going all out. Going for infinity, eh? But it also targets, so that won't do him any good. Huh, ran out of time before he could do anything meaningful. Yo, what is this? What? He just summoned Rongomediad with 4 materials just like that? Damn, it's unaffected by anything, so no use using Ransom Robin on him. Yo, what the hell is this? Can't activate. The same applies to, but for the rest of the duel? Wait, he declared Rongomediad? Huh? Well, let's just go for some attacks and wait for his materials to run out. Wait a minute. Why didn't he detach him? Oh! Wait, that's an activated effect? Shit. So now he has a guy that's unaffected by anything and it won't let me normal or special summon monsters? How am I outing this? Yeah, no, I can't out this. GG, my friend. Gotta admit, that was kinda spicy, not gonna lie. Well, finally. This just wouldn't feel right if I don't duel at least one Despia deck. Well, that board doesn't look too impressive. I only have to worry about Mirror Jade and the 2 back row, and I have a way to get rid of one of them. Yeah, I think the back row is more important. I don't think a single banish can hurt me. Max C, hey? I don't think Despia plays Nibiru, and that's pretty much the only card I'm worried about, so yeah, I'll take the challenge. Seriously, he's using the banish here? I guess he doesn't know how Sapphire Swallow works. Wow, he's going to Ash that? Well, it's pretty much over now, so I don't mind. Yeah, take that, Despia. Ah, still feels so good beating that deck. Ugh, great, Runix. Another deck that can use floodgates. But on the bright side, all of their cards target. So if I can use Cobalt Sparrow as material for my Xyz, I should be fine. And with this hand, I think I can manage it. Ah, great, Sky Striker cards as well. but they also target, so not really that much of a problem. Ah, there it is. He's trying to target the rest side on Starling, but he can't. Targeting Wagtail instead, eh? Well, I guess this is a good time to use Swallow's Nest. Get another Cobalt Sparrow on the field. Trying Widow Anchor this time. Well, too bad, it also targets. He's gonna take my Swallow. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Time to go into Assemble Nightingale, which will also be untargetable. Let's equip her with Power of the Guardians, and that should be it. Yup, thought so. Ooh, if I win this, I'm going up to Platinum 4. Marincess, eh? Yeah, I think I can beat that. Yup, this board is not that threatening. Yeah, that doesn't do much. Ha, another card that targets, which is useless against my XCs. And yeah, this should be enough. Ha, man, this guy just doesn't learn. And that's another rank closer to Diamond. Ending just on a big towers. That's not gonna be a problem. But this Maxi could be. What, Ash as well? Come on. Well, I guess I just have to go all in. Heh, another card that targets that doesn't do anything to me. Damn, slightly off lethal. Well, hopefully he didn't draw anything good in those 6 cards. Okay, he banished my Starling, but as long as I have Nightingale, I'm good. Oh, and there's Access Code Talker, which also won't do him any good against Nightingale. Wow, he actually realized I won't be getting any damage after 1 attack. Usually they need at least 2. And yep, I'd surrender to if I was him. Okay, I've been on a losing streak for a while, and if I lose this one I'll drop a rank, which means the episode is over. So let's see if that will actually be the case. Ah damn, Zombie World kinda messes with my deck. Luckily I have Feather Duster. Ah, here comes Beong Drock. What? Negate the effect? Is that a bug? Anyway, let's clear all his spells and traps. Ah goddammit, Maxi again. Hate that card. I have to play into it again. Well, I have Power of the Guardians, but with only 3 materials this isn't lethal. Well, let's hope those 2 impermanences will do some good. Yep, I'm negating that for sure. Damn it, a Baron. Well, maybe I can deal with it. Okay, but I won't be able to deal with this. Yep, here it goes. He's gonna banish my Nightingale. Well, I guess I'll try going for it. And of course he has Ash. And with 2 more negates and a banish, I guess this is it. Yep, GG. Well, there you have it. I managed to go as far as Platinum rank 4 with this deck. But you know what? There's an XYZ event happening in Master Duel right now. And I have an XYZ deck here, so let's see if I can win all the prizes in the event with this deck. Yo, what the fuck is this? Flying Sea? So you're telling me a card that prevents you from XC summoning is legal in an XYZ event? What the fuck? I mean, seriously, who thought this was okay?
One eternity later.
Ah, thank god, a tribute summonable monster, I can finally get rid of that thing. Nibiru as well, eh? Well, luckily for me, I still have some special summons left. And this should be exact lethal. God, I hope I never have to see that fucking bug again. Are you fucking kidding me? Hey Konami, a word of advice. Next time you organize an event based on a certain mechanic, how about banning the cards that prevent players from using that mechanic, eh? But yeah, I don't think I'll be playing in the event as long as that card is legal.
3 days later.
Oh hey, they actually banned it. I guess I'll be playing it some more then. And yeah, that's 11,000 medals and all the rewards won. And with that freaking bug gone, it wasn't that hard. And there you have it folks, that's the deck, and I gotta say, I reached further than I thought I would with it. And it really did perform fine. I'm not sure if I'd change anything. Maybe playing an additional 2 copies of Lightning Storm instead of Raigeki and Harpy's Feather Duster. But other than that, I'm satisfied with how the deck played out and with the results I got with it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!